Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow YouTubers. As you can see, I haven't brushed my hair this morning. It's still wet. Higgins was being a complete bunghole by saying, I can smell you from here. Really? Please excuse me if you do hear my computer in the background chirp sometimes for it. I had this weird dream last night where I was having a dream where I was living in a house that was like haunted and I was hearing noises and turns out my scanner's battery, when it gets really low, it changes over to not a chirp, but a thing where it sounds like um, knocking. It's like, and it woke me up. So I went and changed the batteries, and then it was fine. After I basically checked it, I thought my scanner failed in the middle of the night. I was like, I just put fresh batteries in. Turns out the battery, that's what it is. Battery level changes. I thought the scanner got fried or something. Nope, it was the batteries. So I changed them out again. Higgins is talking about radios. Today we're going to talk about a tool I use for radios because, as you all know, Higgins bought a base station scanner. Now, 90% of this country is still analog. Unfortunately, some countries are taking the government grant of $250 out of it under the Obama administration going digital. But the kicker with the grant is you have to literally go with encrypted. And so Higgins is talking about buying a freaking scanner, right? So he said I'm gonna share with you the one he's gonna buy real quick in the screen capture, and then I'm gonna do another screen capture and tell you there's a tool out there, okay? So Higgins was looking at buying this one, okay? I'm just gonna basically show you. I'm not gonna enlarge the screen or anything. I'm just tired of freaking enlarging Amazon screens, but there's a few people out there that say, oh well, which scanner should work? The one that works in your county. I'll show you a tool today, okay? I want to get this video done fast and efficient. I'm also pissed off at my game. They're giving me tasks that's hard. I like spelunking. I don't like freaking missions that where you have to clear out like 500 missions just to become guild master or something. I like the old way where you finish up the story arc, you're guild master. So Higgins wants the 996P2 digital mobile trunking. That's the one he's eyeing, the mid tier 360, right? Fortunately, the $360 one, have you noticed it says Tuesday, December 13th delivery? That's from my area right there. So basically, it's this one. You can find out. But just to make the article more interesting, right? Let me just show you what I'm going to show you, okay? One is, hold on. Make sure I have my volume off for this because I don't want any videos cutting out, okay? Sometimes this one website has videos and I are talking, through YouTube. They embedded it in their website. Okay, so let me just show you. I will zoom in there for this. Zoom into 200 for this. Make a point. Okay. So Higgins was talking about buying a 996P2, right? So I turned to Higgins and I said, look, I'm like Zoe right now. Okay. I'm going to tell you, I love Zoe dearly. Zoe knows this. And Zoe knows I'm wholeheartedly asking for forgiveness yet again. Okay. But to finish the sake of the argument, because Zoe's tired of radios, we're going to show you this, okay? So it says zip scanners. There's a tool. It says, let's do this, okay? So Higgins lives in Ingham County, all right? There's 3 counties, okay? So it goes to police scanners, right? So let's just go Ingham. I've done this how many times, right? I'm tired still. Ingham, I think it's this way, right? Yeah, Ingham County, Michigan. Okay, so view results. Okay, on the top it says digital plus simulcast plus pro voice plus EDAX. Okay, the 2 scanners that will work for his region is right there. You see the SDS 100 and 200. So, for example, I'm going to show you my county just to give you an example what I can do with a radio scanner. And then let's hope we can change the subject because, frankly, I tried to explain to Higgins, the radio boys basically said that if you pay at 996 again, it won't work. I've already asked them in the past anyways, but They're sitting there saying these are the only two. So if Higgins wants to spend $700+, then go for it, because I can't tell you no. Unfortunately, I can tell you that this is the only thing you're going to work, and a lot of your counties need the upgrades, which means that even a TRX2 by Whistler. Now, remember, they're trying to sell these, okay? The problem with the SDS 100 to 200, again, I'm not going to go into details. Well, actually, I will today, just to show you something, and it's a proof again, is the fact that, so now let me show you mine. All right, let me just show you my county, okay? So if you go to my county, right, for example, I'm analog, right? So you can say, oh, well, I could use anything. Not pretty much, but I'll show you why. All right, so San Juan County, Washington, right? Okay, so going to Zip Scanners, basically, it's the best tool out there, okay, for you radio people. I'm not going to even go. I'll use Zoe's. See, they're recommending the SDS 100, 200, TRX1 scanner, the TRX2 scanner. See, they have the TRX scanner deal, the Home Patrol 2, the 536, the 436. The 536 and the 436, these two on the bottom are the ones I was looking at. They look really promising, okay, for me. But I can also use the 325, which Higgins knows. I can use the 996. I can use the 30C. I can use the 125AT. I can use the 355N, the 1040, and the 855 police scanner unit and bear tracker right there. All of these. So I can use pretty much every scanner on the market because I'm analog, okay? And they don't have the funding to change it. So we're still in it backwards. Now, you're probably wondering, let me just unzip this or to 100%. Now, I'm going to show you something. All right, so now you guys are probably sitting there, okay, going, okay, so what's that mean? Well, Higgins and I were talking about things, right? So if we go down to, all right, here, right? Okay, so best selling by low to high, because we're just going to load high, okay? So I want to show you something, so I'm going to zoom in at 200. See, we're doing something today at least, right? And I want to share with you this, okay, for you radio people out there. And then I'm going to leave it alone, all right? Actually, I got two. You guys get the idea, right? I was looking at the 436, 536, but let me just show you this, okay? This is the 95XLT discontinued. This is the 996T digital scanner right there, right? This is the 250D, right? Then if you go down, you got the 15T, BCT 15, the 30C, which they're trying to sell still because it's discontinued, the BR 33 NASCAR scanner. I think that's analog, doesn't say digital. Then down here, you have the Trunk Tracker 3 analog scanner, handheld. Then you have the 296D. Again, that's a digital scanner, discontinued. Then you have the 396XT again, compact digital scanner. That's P1. Then if you go down here, you have the 996P2 discontinued. To say Higgins wants the 996, and it's on the discontinued list. But as I said, when it came to simulcast, then you have the Home Patrol 1. Then you have the XT right there. That's the predecessor to the 996P2. Then if you go down here, right, you have the compact handheld scanner here. Then for the last two on the list, you have the SDS 100, 200, which are fully discontinued. So they're trying to peddle something that's discontinued because that's it. When they're sold out, right? But no one has the kind of cash to buy those, right? So let's just go down to scanners for a second, right? And we're going to go to the filter for a second. Sort by low to high. All right, so here you go. The XLT 75, they still are selling it because apparently it's the models that they're selling, so it's not discontinued. The 365 CRS, again, it's not discontinued. The 355 in on the right here, this one, that's the one Higgins bought, doesn't work. So Higgins is basically shooting in the dark. He's determined to get something to work, okay? Now, I'm glad I told Higgins to lay low and invest the money starting with the 355 in, because if it didn't work, we know all analog is out the window. And that's my thing for testing for him. So then he thinks now we can go to digital. Unfortunately, apparently they're using all simulcast in this area in 3 counties. So, but that simulcast scanner is discontinued. So let's continue. Then you have the AT125. Again, works pretty well. Then you have the Bear Tracker, Trunk Tracker 315X. That's the one that Chloe tried buying for me. Didn't work wholeheartedly. And then you have the 325P2, which again, Higgins is like, oh, I want a portable so I could take with me everywhere. But then he's thinking about hooking it audio up to his stereo receiver. But what if he gets it and all he gets is garbled communication because he doesn't have a simulcast system? That's where I'm bringing this up today. Literally, I showed you zip scanners. That'll tell you exactly what's in your county. Now, Whatcom County, 30 counties in Washington State are analog. 5 counties are digital, and apparently 4 counties are simulcast. So think of it. So basically, and some counties are encrypted. So, then you go down here, you got the Home Patrol. They're not discontinuing the 436 or 536 or the Home Patrol 2. So all of these are literally, and Higgins was talking about, the thing now, this subject's giving me a headache, literally. So, I was looking at the 436 right here, this one here, the 436 where my mouse is, and the 536. Fortunately, those are the 2 I was eyeing, but, having a hard time choosing, I'd like to have them all. Fortunately, the problem is of having them all is, let me just zoom out here again, is, you can only use so many channels. I mean, look, I asked EMS the other day, literally, why they have no scanner frequencies. They said because they're on a 5G cell phone thingy. But what if 5G goes out? Oh, well, they have a backup to go back to their old analog systems. Oh, wow. So, but they think the satellites and nothing's going to happen in this country in the next 100 years where we're going to lose cell communications permanently. So what's the point? This is what the fucking Democrats think. So basically, I'm just going to say it. If he wants to listen to something, he's going to need to spend $700. So, so then Higgins emailed me like, I just fell in deep sleep. Yeah, cool, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, Holmes. I, on the other hand, just want to say, with the love for Zoe, I can understand why Zoe's kind of upset, right? Now, Mama Fanny emailed me, right? She said some serious news is coming down the pipe, so I went and looked it up this morning over coffee because, she wants me to diversify, and I'm going to basically stay out of it. Whatever happens, happens. So, this is the first time I heard about it. Now, if it gets the mainstream media, if they don't want it to leak, that's a different story, Chloe, of course, I'll tell you what Chloe said to me today, right? Nice girl, right? She basically came in, right? She took my phone. I said, hey, you took my phone, you tried calling me, and then you basically went in. I was coming home, it was cold. Well, I was in the tub. So she sat down with me, and she was asking me about Christmas. I said, I don't think you're going to get a Christmas present. But I have a new problem because of Amazon again. This is why we're talking about prepping news. Which, by the way, a lot of people have asked about the preppers list. And the preppers list I should go over since it's Saturday. I should do it only one day a week because I'm tired of the frickin' whatever. But I want to tell you a story before I go into the preppers list today, okay? I love all of you, by the way. So you guys want to hear what happened? I'll tell you a story, and I hope Piper comes on soon. I miss Piper, by the way, okay? So let me tell you a story before we get into the preppers list, okay? You're going to laugh at this story. So last night I was on the phone with Dad, right? And Dad said, how many more people do I got to buy Christmas presents for? Well, I got, I sent a gift card to Higgins, right? Now, Mama Fanny didn't email me at all saying don't buy anything for her, and Mama Pee-wee didn't send me a message either yet, so I'm waiting. But anyways, my sister put her foot down and went out and bought the rest of the ornaments. She says, you've already spent like $800 on Christmas last few months for me, for my kids, for Zoe, for Jenny, for Chloe, the Christmas customized. So I got I like Piper, because he's like, oh, you're a real deal. Well, let's just say my cousin Dinky came up with a new idea. Apparently, I'm getting the Grinch that stole Christmas tree stocking. Let me see. I'm just checking some. Is that an email? Come in at YouTube. Okay. So today I want to talk to you about coffee. Okay, it's coffee time with Rita. So basically, what happened is I have to tell you a story. Anyways, I was upset this morning because I told Chloe I have the coffee ready. Well, the coffee was already made. Fortunately, Chloe figured I'd have my coffee. She didn't want to wait, so she left the coffee on. So I didn't even hear it brew. So, anyways, let's get the preppers list done. Hopefully, this holds out. All right. So we were talking about the preppers list, and people emailed me about that. They were more interested in pricing and stuff. They like my real attitude. So here we go. So currently, the preppers list is right here. The LED lantern still $17.31. Highly recommend it. We have to check this anyways. The other one down below is $463. They're battery powered, so I highly recommend them. This one's $32.98. This one's $54.99. We'll just go through it. You've seen one lantern. You've seen them all. The freezer sold out. The one I recommended, classic retro. The laundry alternative. This is if you want to do your clothes at home and hang it up on your shower rod. Your shower rod. You just hang it up there and you can dry up to like 7 to 10 pounds of clothes. Highly recommended. I like the green. Battery operated tea lights, good deal if you want to use that over actual tea lights. Currently, 200 pack tea lights sold out. 100 pack, $16.99. The next one is your battery storage. Now, to me, if someone asked me how come I haven't bought one of these, because I don't use D batteries or C batteries. All I buy is AA batteries, and I have a box of I think it's like 48 AAAs for basically my TV remote, which every 3 years I think my TV remote and Roku remote needs to be changed. So the battery ones, is that. Then you have the battery case there that will hold everything in a tester. Unfortunately, Then the next up is powdered milk. Again, powdered milk is a must. My cousin Dinky asked about it. Netto and Swiss Miss. Swiss Miss actually out of sales. Now, a lot of you people have asked me about the sales, and I want to tell you this. This one's sold out. This one's sold out. This one is $18. So, Portable Solar makes the color, what is it, orange or whatever? Yeah, orange is available. So, orange one's available. Otherwise, a lot of preppers are doing that for their cell phone charging. And now, this one, the Jackery, it's highly recommended. You need a solar panel. Otherwise, you can plug it for charging with AC adapter, but it's basically a backup power source if you need power. Highly recommend at least 2 to 4, depending, one per person. So you just got to ask. This one also is another solar generator. Again, those are highly recommended if you have a good area. These are all solar generators, so highly recommend, getting solar generators. Again, if that's what you want to pay. Fortunately, a lot of people are buying solar generators and other backup, And what's really interesting, Higgins basically sits there and talks about, he wants a scanner to listen to stuff, right? The scanner is a tool for an SHTF situation, okay? Now, my scanner is in the corner on, and you can notice there is no background chirping noise because they don't want literally they come here half the time unexpected now because they just don't want people to know they're going places. So, butane is up in price again. Canned butane went up like $10. Your stove is $50, but you get 4 cans. Those are emergency management. The departments don't want you can't keep butane. You can just say you're filling lighters. It works. Oreo cookies sold out. Oreo cookies sold out. Chips Ahoy for the holidays sold out. Your Royal cookies sold out. Your big Royal cookies right there are not sold out. So, if you want to get a tin of Royal cookies, feel free to. Your smoker charcoal grill, your combos, this one's sold out. This one's available. So basically, the question you got to ask yourself is, do you really want, if you have an apartment complex, your best course of action is a charcoal smoker, because unless you have a patio outside where you can smoke your food, the management probably won't allow it anyways because it's not far enough of the building. So it might just leave black residue on the wall, so they don't want it. So just check with your management for the charcoal grills. Next is the AT125 scanner. Now, if you're in an analog area and shit hits fan, that's your best scanner for the money, basically. Now, with Higgins, I told him to test out analog first and move up. Unfortunately, we now know that if he goes and does the digital scanner that he wants, he might not get it. So it's a 50-50. It was 33, 33, 33, 33.3, right? So with analog out of the way, he's got 50-50. It's either digital or SIMO. Right now, it's more likely SIMO because that's what the guys are saying on the radio form. But no offense to Higgins, he's a chicken if he's not going to post his own question. So again, this one's affordable too. The 30C. Remember, I told you the 30C has been discontinued, but the 125 haven't. So a lot of people are buying the 125. The next up is the 15X. Now, if you want to learn scanners and you have all the time in the world and you want to run one as a base station and one as a handheld, this might be a good option too because it is a triple trunking scanner. But remember what I said about trunking earlier. So basically, the next one is the 365 CRS. That's got a radio. A lot of people would use that as a base station for, whatever. It's also got an FM band too. So, we talked about scan. This one's the twofer. Unless you need a base station for home, one mounted in your car, this would be a good deal if you're going to mount a scanner in your car. If you're in an analog area. Now, if you're traveling and you are in an analog area and you move it to a digital county, or you're driving through it, then it won't work. So you got to use common sense. This one is basically a two-for deal where you get the 30C and the alarm clock model one. So those are good if you're one's for home, one's for bugging out. The next up is your peaches, sold out. Your other peaches, $30. Your other peaches, your Amazon Happy brand, again, canned peaches if you like that. Your pears, they restocked those. Your Bartlett pears by Del Monte sold out. Your mouthwash has never gone up and gone down in price. Mouthwash is good if you want to keep your hygiene up. The next is your Colgate toothpaste. I always joke about throwing this in as a stocking stuffer. It works. The next one is your toothbrushes. Again, good stocking stuffers. Now, daily planners do work. You can get a 2023 model. You're really looking good. Same goes with your Amazon basic planners. Some of your blank planners do a lot better than your non-blank planners, knowing if you have to plan for certain days. Daily planners will come in handy for certain issues. I highly recommend those, including budget planners. There's a lot of planners, by the way. Okay, next up is your potassium iodide tablets. They haven't changed the price, but that's in case of nuclear war. Now, there's a lot of people out there running the thing saying that North Korea is going to nuke us or Russia is going to nuke Ukraine or whatever. Just have some on hand just in case. Just in case, because no one knows what the future is going to hold. That's the thing I was trying to say. So you can see all the iodide tablet models. Next is your deodorant. I use deodorant all the time. You can get a 3-pack or you can get a 2-pack or a 1-pack or whatever. It just depends. As you can see, deodorant is something you want to stay clean too. So the next up is your Suave deodorant. We can just continue all through it, deodorant. Next is your soups. As you can see, we're talking about canned food the other day. Gumbo, $50 for a third-party seller. Skip it. Chunky soup, skip it. Sold out, $35. This one, $56 for a third party. This one, don't know if they're coming back in stock. This one, chicken noodle soup. If you like chicken noodle, feel free to. But this is what you get. People are complaining about 15 packet 12 right there. The next one is your soup, again, less sodium. Your cream of mushroom and garlic, sold out. Your tomato soup, sold out. People stock, they don't know if they're getting any more in. See, this is why we are checking today. Paper plates, paper utilities, etc., etc. If you don't want to do dishes, this is your alternative. I personally say get some dish soap. That's just me. Your spoons and stuff. Your next up is your hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer was like $75. That's dropped because a lot of people aren't interested in buying hand sanitizer. So just, your sourdough starters, both are in stock. Highly recommend if you want to make sourdough bread. Highly recommended. Little meatloaf pans or bread pans right there, the little pans. You can see the first one on the top is available. The second one on the bottom is sold out. The third one's available. The fourth one's sold out. The fifth one's available. The Amazon Basic, they're charging $17 for two, so just remember that. Your Hurricane Lanterns, paraffin, the red one is $7. You can go with a $7 one, or you can go with the $36 one. I'd go with the $7 one, $7.47 because of it. The lamp oil will be expensive. The next one is this one, which is your lamp oil. That's $17.49. That says an emergency. Just buy some wicks, buy this, buy that. You're good. Your paraffin currently is not $50 a jug. It is literally approximately 25. So the next up, hold on a sec, is your candlesticks. Candlestick holders, highly recommend it. Just remember, you need candlestick holders if you're going to go candles. Now, other candle sets you can get is a 12 candle constellation soy wax jar candle set. You can also get Yankee candles, scented candles right there. More scented candles. They make good lights and makes your place smell good. Scented candles. WD-40 is something that's always on hand in case you got something rusty. The other day I was looking at a can opener. I said, hey, this can opener ain't working. Needs a little WD-40. I used some rust remover, WD-40, got it loose, and it works just fine. The problem is you got to maintain certain things so it doesn't rust. Hand trowels are used specifically for your gardening. Same with those little shovels. Always keep a shovel in it. Laundry soap, a lot of people are asking. This is over a gallon of laundry soap. So, we have like four huge gallons still available after 3 years, so it doesn't expire. Just, make sure to use it up, Excuse me. So you got more. Your Ziploc bags. Hold on a second. It is a must. Is medically it is a necessity. So Ziploc bags is a freaking must if you're going to freeze things. Highly recommend it. I always use a lot of Ziploc bags. I can see the second one sold out. Third one's available, 1828. Fourth one's 2007. You can pick your Ziploc bags. The main thing is it's Ziploc bags. Next up is your fancy schmancy golden seedless raisins. Yeah, so they had to put it raisins. Okay, so raisins are a good staple if you're going to put it in your cereals and stuff. Highly recommended. Just remember, some of them are expensive. 10-pound boxes, that's what I chose. 10-pound everything. For the bulk, you might be paying more. But raisins, all these, Then you got your protein shakes. We're just going to show you one. One protein shake would help you with your protein during prepping. A lot of people still need to prep. A lot of people think that if they're a Republican, the land of milk and honey is going to provide for them, and it ain't going to happen. So if you do something with your finances and then you're basically going hungry, and someone you think you can con people or steal their food, you might end up being shot for it. So just be careful. So you don't want to basically not be holding anything in the wind, thinking that the government's going to hand you food free in charge. Because the SHTF situation, you're on your own. Next up is nuts, fruit mix, trail mix, etc. As you can see, 1818. Happy Belly brand for a 40-ounce, nut chocolate dried fruit trail mix. Again, it's $10.39. Any trail mix would be good because it's protein. Higgins was talking the other day. I have to tell you guys a joke about protein, okay? Now, I'm not going to poke fun at Higgins. I won't. I've been trying to help him with this radio problem, but like I said today to him directly, it's giving me a fucking headache because I can't even make a decision for myself. That's the problem I have. I mean, literally, do I go analog? Do I go digital? Do I buy them all? Then I have extra scanners in case something, and then they change over to digital. Then I'm screwed with nothing that works. A lot of people are saying eventually scanners are going to be useless due to the fact that the government doesn't want you to know what's going on. Therefore, they're trying to force the new digital encryption, the 5G system. So think of it. Eventually, your scanners might not even be worth freaking $1, and then they'll try to sell it for $50, $75 as an antique because people might want to keep it on their time, or museums, or, it's like the old analog TVs. Unless you have an analog to digital or digital to analog converter, it ain't gonna work. So more nuts right there, mixed nuts. More nuts, former proteins. So Higgins was talking about nuts the other day, okay? And he said it would take him like 280 nuts to get his form of protein, right? And the thing is, more protein you eat, the more likely, if it's high in cholesterol, you're going to cause problems with your heart. More trail mix. And the Amazon gift card was just something I put in there as a joke. So if anyone wanted to donate to me, no pressure, I mean, I do these videos daily for you. Another people thing is flour. Flour is a grain. Flour is running out. People are using it for baking bread, baking pies, baking cakes. So right there, for example, it's $80 for a thing of flour. So, right there, I'm just stopping for a second to share that with you so you guys can get an idea. The next one sold out, as you can see. Next flour is $60. The next one is $35. The next one is, flour's prepping list. Rolled gold, 5 pounds, $11. Happy Belly corn oil. Corn oil, any oil that you need, 1 gallon. Peanut oil, corn oil is right there, $25 and $16. Do the math. I mean, literally, your cooking oils, your 1 gallon, $14. Your vegetable oil, $3. Another staple for proteins, your sardines. Now, I know Higgins is now learning about how much protein's in a can. Well, maybe he should basically focus not on his 996, which won't work, but we'll focus on how much protein it would take to get your daily intake for sardines or anchovies or kippered snacks. This is sardines and extra olive oil and jalapeno peppers. These are the digital converters if you need to use an older TV to convert it so you can watch it. Highly just, this is for bugging out. Again, compasses are only there for bugging out. Now, if you're bugging in, which most people will, you can skip the compasses. These are survival kits. Again, the survival kit's pretty good. They give you for a little first aid kit, everything you need, knives, tools, etc. Highly recommended. Again, more survival kits. It depends on which ones. I just threw in several, thinking you guys can make your own decisions. Next is peanut butter. Again, peanut butter is a source of protein. Like I said, if Higgins wants to review or research how much protein you need, figure out how much peanut butter sandwiches you need to eat to get your protein. Same goes with your your Vienna sausages. I mean, right there, 1 can, how much protein is that? Vienna sausages is another form of protein. Canned chicken, as you can see, some of it's sold out, some isn't. The 5 ounce 12 pack of 12 is $36. You got to ask yourself, are you willing? Your Valley Fresh chicken sold out. Your Vienna sold out. Your chicken breast right there, 10-ounce cans, $45. I mean, literally, you got to ask yourself, how much protein are you willing to stockpile? Some of the people say the reason that some of the chicken's still in stock is because no one likes the flavor. More likely, it's true. But anyways, shall we continue? We got the chicken, right? There's more Vienna sausages right there, right? Chicken Vienna sausages, $32 right there. Swanson's, again, chicken. Another chicken. Tuna. Tuna is another form of protein, 12-ounce can and light oil. Now, a lot of people don't like tuna and oil because tuna has their own oils anyways, but guess what? You have a choice. You can get tuna and oil or for the price, drain out the oil or get low sodium and water. Tuna is already salty, so you don't need that much salt, but you can get albacore, bumblebee. You can go with this here, skipjack tuna. Again, they're small. You can get albacore tuna again right there. It just depends on what you prefer. Each tuna is a little different. Bumblebee tuna, chicken of the sea crab meat, $52 for crab. A lot of people are thinking, one can's what you need, but if you buy 12, just remember that's $50 out of your pocket. So, $52. So, then you have these raw shrimp. They ship in a, you buy 30 pounds of shrimp for $300. They'll put an ice pack in it for you so you can get it to you, or even 20 pounds or 10 pounds. So, you can make your homemade gumbo if you wish. This one here is your mackerel. It's $51. This one is your oysters and oil. Again, that's another form of protein. This here is your kippered snacks, sold out. This one's your kippered snack. As these two kippered snacks, as you can see, are $40 and $64. The question is, what do you do, right? Then you have more kippered snacks and more kippered snacks, smoked kippered snacks. This is another form of protein. And then you have your scallops again. Then you have more scallops. Then you have your smoked baby clams. Now, as you can see, the top one sold out. This one is $45, and it goes up depending on how many packages you want and how many ounces you want. That's another form of protein. A lot of people wouldn't spend that kind of money they save for it, but I'm covering all bases for your protein. So, there's your anchovies and sardines right there, $20 and $18, literally. I'm rounding it off. So think of it, $21 or $18, literally. Yeah. And, some people say, oh, it's cheap food. This one here is $17 or $18 for more sardines. This one is more sardines for $30. This one is sold out. This one's $22 for chicken of the sea sardines. This one is Wild Planet sardines for $31. More sardines. Portable TVs. Reason I chose this is it is a unified channel if you need digital channels. Fortunately, in an SHTF situation, they're going to have to basically cut the news agencies out as fast as possible due to the fact that they got generators to use. So, so just utilize. There's a compass there. More compasses. Another tool that you always got to get that's about $13 is your can opener. Your can opener is a must. Literally, you need a can opener to survive to open your food. Vitamins. We chose the Centrum. So, adults, $12. The other one above sold out. So you got to ask yourself, if you go places, people are stocked vitamins and over-the-counter meds. Your magnifying glass right there. This is to start fires if you're bugging out. Your sewing kit is a damn good deal. That's got all the threads you need, basically color coordinate. You can basically mend your clothes. Cotton has been a shortage this year. Just to use, your pair cable cord sold out. Your bungee cords. This is if you need to tie down stuff in your car. Your vinyl tape, your electrical tape, your duct tape is highly recommended. Buy tape when you can, because of that one sold out. Your duct tape, $17. The next on the list is your yeast. Currently, your Fleshman sold out again. Your 1 in a mill instant dry yeast is there for bread making. So remember, you need your yeast if you're going to make bread at home. No one knows if bread's available. The next up is your sugars. Your brown sugar, your confectionery sugar, your granulated sugar. They're all literally up in price, so just utilize that for that. A lot of people are taking it and stockpiling it for baking, baking cakes. And the next up is your maple syrup. Half gallon of maple syrup is $42. So if you like your French toast or pancakes in the morning and your kids won't eat oatmeal, there you go. Maple syrup. It's going to be expensive, but that's on the list too. Your poultry seasonings, $12. That is pretty damn good, for pricing. If you're going to make a lot of chickens, like I use poultry seasoning all the time on turkeys, which I got to put together a turkey tomorrow. The next up is your Happy Belly black pepper. I think the other one's McCormick. That's your cooking seasonings, your iodized table salt. Again, one thing, just remember, salt does raise your blood pressure. I have high blood pressure, so just bullion's got a lot of salt in it, but bouillon is a good base for making soups. So beef bouillon, and I use Knorr, so you can get jars of that, cases of that. Just depends on So add that to your list too, bouillon, and feel free to pause the video to write down the suggestions. Next is your batteries. Your batteries. You got your AAAs, and you got your AAAs are sold out. A lot of people don't use AAAs. That's why they don't sell a lot of it anymore, except for TV remotes. Most people just buy a 2-pack and stick it in the remote and last years and years. Your Amazon basic batteries, highly recommended. Your Rayovac 36 packs, $21, never goes down. I've checked the Ace Hardware, soon. Next is your shampoo and conditioner. I use Dove, so technically that's why I recommended that. But shampoo and conditioner in general is good to keep your hair clean and you smelling nice. For bar soap, I just threw in some random soaps, depending, like your Irish Spring for you men. Yeah, us women, we like to smell like green tea, lavender and green tea, cucumber and green tea. Yeah. Anyways, the next up is body wash. Again, green tea and cucumber. That's what I use, Dove. If you're a body wash person. This is your green tea bar soap right there. Highly recommend it. Makes good stocking stuffer, by the way. The next up is your Amish Farm soap. Mama Fanny got me into this, and I'm telling you, the bar soap is pretty damn good. So I highly recommend any type of bar soap that you guys can look. Am I at the 200% or the 100%? Not 200%. Okay. Next up, again, more bar soap, dish soap. Your dish soap's going to be needed if you're manually washing your dishes and you don't have your dishwasher, or you don't have a dishwasher. I have one, but dishwasher's fried, so I got to order a new one. I was in the tub today thinking about what I need to get. The next up is shaving cream. A lot of men's been complaining shaving cream's gone up. I just got a bottle of shaving gel Chloe gave me today, and I was like, what am I going to do this? I was going to shave my legs, right? Fortunately, my razor blades won't shave anything. Literally, it's like full of hair and everything. So I told Chloe I need to get some new blades. She's like, "Oh, I can get you 3 blades, but I can't get you 6 blades." So think about it. We're all in this together. This one here is shave gel, $17. I paid like $5 for a can of gel. This one's $24 for the shave gel. 3 times sensitive shave gel. Really works good for your legs if you're sensitive. These are the razor blades I use. The Barbasol for my legs. So technically, my current Barbasols won't shave at all. Or 26. So you can get 9 of them. That's the price you pay. Straight edge, if you guys know how to do it, I don't recommend it if you don't know how to use it, because you could slit your throat. So be careful. Highly warning there. The next up is your ibuprofen. Now, ibuprofen is always on sale. 500 tablets over the counter. Highly recommend your ibuprofen. Your next up is your naproxen, which is $9.45. Highly recommend that. Your Tylenol, everyone's sucking up the Tylenol, so just remember Tylenol is getting higher, or acetaminophen is its equivalent. Next is your MEPS. Your MEPS fishing lures. If you're in an area where you can bug out and you can fish, your fishing lures is a bloody must for fishing, just to let you know. So can we continue? Yes, we'll just skip it. So any of these, we'll do different sets for different fish. Fly fishing kits. Here you go. Full fly fishing kits, $2.99 and $3.99. You get everything you need, plus some in a bag of chips. And what do you do with it? You fish. Pretty much you fish. And that's what you do. You fish. By the way, a couple people like my post today on Instagram. I posted a picture of Mippos. Mippos the doggo. Moppy's really looking good. I had a couple scammers today. I got to tell you, they messaged me and they're like, do you want a serious relationship with me? Nope, not going to happen. When you hear that, they're a scammer. They're going to try to beg you for gift cards and everything else. That's a scammer. You got to literally show a real deal, And when you say, oh, my goals are YouTube, they're just like, oh, they're not interested. They just want a fucking quick, fast one. And when you don't give it to them, they just move along. I already told the lady today, So flies are another thing. If you're a fly fisher person, these will help you catch a trout. Tankara rods right here are fly rods without reels. and they're easy to travel and backpack too. So highly recommend tank car rods as well. So, more tank car rods, more tank car rods. The next is this, your water canner. This is a water bath canner. Bath canners are designed specifically for jellies and jams. So if you want to can something else, I will have to ask Mama Fanny for me to get permission to get her to email me the pressure cookers that's used for canning. Once we know that, there's another one's a water bath canner right there. Right here, you have your 12 unit, 12 pack, 16 ounce mason jars for canning. That is a deal. Grab it when you can. Your 32 ounce lids, again, grab it when you can. Again, your portable TVs, again, depending on if it, a lot of people are saying, well, what's the difference between the portable TVs? I'll explain it. Each one's different screen sizes, different prices. Now, shortwave radio, see, most of the portable TVs will only last a few years due to the fact that their batteries are internal, which means an internal battery means you've got to charge it, and so therefore think of it from that point of view. Your batteries are literally, a lot of people say, oh, well, we're not going to buy a radio, we're not buying prepping because there's nothing happening. I mean, look, you wouldn't believe it. Since I posted an updated video, Mama Fanny did email me, did message me on Facebook. I love Mama Fanny. I just wish Pee Wee and Mama would basically tell me if they want a gift. I'm still basically sending presents out right now, which in the end of this video, I will be talking about something pretty big, okay? Anyways, these shortwave radios and everything else are pretty good. The reason I chose certain radios is because they take AA batteries. There's not an internal battery. The cheaper, the more internal batteries. Next up is your medical kits. You got your comprehensive product kit and bag, and then you have your comprehensive trauma bag. I always recommend getting a trauma bag too, just in case if you SHTF situation. Otherwise, you can just buy basic stacked pile basic first aid kits. Depending, like this one's on sale. Makes a good Christmas present. $8.99 for 110 piece. Then you got the preppers books. These preppers book, this is the canning one, which talks about water bath, pressure canning, dehydrating, fermenting, etc. Highly recommended. That will help you with prepping. Again, prepper survival book right there, $20. Highly recommended. Those are items that's really good. Your coolers. Someone asked me the other day, what's the deal with the cooler? I'll tell you what the deal is with a cooler. Cooler is something that's more important for me to tell you to have it. For example, if this ever fails and runs out, you can always put ice in it. Yes, I know, that's an old freezer. Still works, thank God, right? So basically, the freezer goes out, you can always put ice in to keep it up. Now, after 2 days, your food's going to start to go bad. That's why I say get several coolers stockpiled. Coolers are a must. Now, this one here, you're probably curious about. This is where you want extra water. It's a little expensive. It used to be 22, but they raised it to 46. So it's doubled in price. Might even triple. But you're wondering, well, what does it do? You fill it up with water as long as your fridge is completely clean with no rotting food and stuff. Seal it, and that'll keep your water cold in the fridge. So you have 2 gallons of drinking water at any given time. Next up is your ramen. Now, ramen used to be $6 a package, okay? Right now it's $10 for a roast chicken. I just threw that in there because of the price. But it also depends on others. Next is your Mary Yu-Chan. Now, I'm a Mary Yu-Chan fan, and you can see that. But that one's 56 cents higher for a case. See, usually it's $6 a case, but you can't get any. Next up is your Ultra toilet papers. Now, I choose the Mega Rolls. Always get your toilet paper. Toilet paper is a must. All these are basically Mega Rolls. Get what you can. Some are sold out, like this one's sold out. This one's sold out. Toilet paper will basically be sold out, but most people are only buying TP as they need it. So think of it that way. Mega Rolls are a must. Some of it's sold out. Now, you're wondering about paper towels. Yes, paper towels is a must too. Get as many paper towels as you can. Paper towels is a must. We just got 3 rolls ourselves. They were on sale, 79 cents each. So we'll be using a few 3 rolls without tapping into our bigger rolls for emergencies. So paper towels is a must. We'll just go scroll down. Denny Moore stew. This stuff here is this one here. One's sold out. This is 15-ounce cans. 15-ounce cans. The other one there is 20-ounce cans right there. You can see Dinty Moore's too. Is another form of protein. So any of this one here is $31, right? A lot of the stuff people have asked me about, like the Beanie Weenies, why have I suggested these? These are forms of protein. But for the sake of the argument, some of you people have food stamps only. This stuff will cover. Be warned, I got a warning about Amazon coming up. So, anyways, did my dad call me yet? Nope. I'll try again. All right. So, another form of protein, beans. Another form of protein is baked beans. Baked beans. Another form of protein is more beans. So baked beans is a form of protein. Again, Higgins should basically review how many cans of beans it would take to get your daily protein. Eventually you might want to get some, if you're living on beans, you might want to get some Gas X or Beano so you don't basically, whatever, toot. Again, all these are beans, so flavored beans. So just remember, original baked beans, Bandicamp pork and beans, baked beans. Next is your Uno games. A lot of people have asked me, what's with the card games? Power goes out, you have kids, and you're running on lantern and candlelight and everything else. You're going to want to keep them entertained. Eventually, if you got to utilize your solar generators and your generators, they're not going to want to basically charge up every 3 to 6 hours. Your kids switch or let them play their video games. So these are backup suggestions. Uno cards, card playing games, board games. I was going to add board games, say Uno. Next is that one sold out. Next is your poker playing cards. You can get Hoyle and Bicycle playing cards, and that one there, the 12-pack, that makes a great stocking stuffer too, by the way, just if people like cards. I'm just trying to tell you, I can basically, at Christmas, you can make Christmas work for you. You know what you're doing price-wise. Next is your bottled water. I like Fiji water myself, but you can see right there, water 24-pack, $33. So your best bet, and I'll show you a trick to that too shortly, all right? As you can see, some of this stuff is really expensive. Fiji water, $25, $21, $9 for 12 packs sold out. Again, I like Fiji, 34, but you get the idea. Bottled water is a must in case your pump system fails. The pump system fails. So, next is, men's been asking about this too. If they can't find razor blade, buy yourself a portable Norelco or Wall men's beard shaving kit. You get the one to take AA batteries. Then you don't have to worry about, like this Norelco on the top, you won't have to worry about recharging and finding a charging station. This here basically is rechargeable. It's pretty good. The Remington, again, is charging. The Braun, again, it's a foil. You choose your definition. You like foil or you like rotary. Choose whichever one. Those are going to be your best bet, and you'll be fine. Oh, your Panasonic, again, AA. These ones here are travel razors, so they're designed specifically for affordability and runs on AA batteries. And every 18 months, you need to change the blades out. So, again, this one sold out, your Barbasol. This one here, your Barbasol, is $12. This one's $15. Smokers are sold out. Your coffee, of course, has gone up in price again. This U-Band hasn't gone up, but your Hills Brothers always going up. So just utilize what you have. And again, in this Hillsborough was $19. As you can see, this Hillsborough currently is $25. So it's $25 for coffee. So, so think about it that way, And the cast iron skillet set sold out again. So many people have been buying it like crazy due to the fact that they want the Dutch oven for cooking. Another protein thing is the Armor lunch meats. Now, the lunch meat is something that I always buy every month. So I got probably 18 cases stacked up, but I use between Armor and Spam, Hormel Spam. So, of course, That's what it is. So the armor tree. Now the next one is rolled oats. A lot of people ask why buy buckets of oats. Makes a great breakfast if you don't want to make eggs. Rolled oats is a must. You can throw some blueberries, blackberries, whatever you like. We have, the SHTF situation. We have wild blackberries everywhere. Everyone, blackberry season, they'd be taking blackberries for themselves. So trust me, that'd be one of their forms of, again, oats. Rice. This went down in price by $12. The top one, the bottom one is white rice and went up $10. So think of it that way. Rice is getting harder to get. And if you buy rice and you stockpile several buckets like I do, I highly recommend getting soy sauce. Soy sauce and teriyaki sauce to go with it. You might not be much, but it's still food. Your next up is your teas. Different teas do different things. I got to order some more tea anyways for a Christmas gift. Some more tea. Fortunately, the problem is, I'll tell you what the problem is with the entire Amazon in a minute. Or 5, depending how fast we get done. Next is these little crackers. These are forms of protein. And they got cheese and they got crackers. Now, I know Higgins is always talking about forms of proteins, buying certain sausages. I mean, let me tell you a thing about Higgins real quick. I love Higgins dearly. He's funny. I love Zoe too. Problem with Higgins is he lives on too much. He's focused on proteins, right? So he's got to look at everything and say, oh, this one's got 13 grams of protein. Well, this one has 6. So if he eats 2 better cheddars, he's getting 12 protein. So if he eats 3 better cheddars, he's getting his protein for the day. But with one of these sausages, you get 13 grams of protein. Big deal. I don't know what I get protein-wise when I eat my sausages, but I don't eat sausages that often. Chloe offered me breakfast links this morning. I said, no, thanks. So these crackers, the Ritz crackers, again, they have forms of protein. Your evaporating condensed milk sold out. People are buying it like crazy for baking. Your next up is your Keebler crackers. Again, you can add cheese to it and make it a meal. Or peanut butter. Again, good long-term staple. Next is this. They drop this down again. Usually when the Velveeta gets in stock, they usually have it for $3.79. Otherwise, it's almost $15 a box. So use caution. A lot of the flavored macaronis and cheeses are sold out. The thick and creamy and the Alfredo, they don't know if they're going to get back. If you buy it through a third party, it's $8.49. So, goldfish crackers, one of Zoe's favorite snacks. Again, it is approximately right there. It hasn't gone up in price, but, a lot of people are trying to cut out snacks because it's a weight gain, plus the fact it's made with wheat. And it might not be gluten-free, plus the fact that, it's high in salt or preservatives. So, next up is your coats. These coats are highly recommended. They're sold out right now, but if you can get a hold of one, highly recommend it. That's going to be your best coat for the damn year. Trust me, I know, because I keep one right here. Chloe keeps asking for a coat for Christmas. Keep thinking a black one for her. This. As you can see, same brand, everything. It just keeps me toasty. Fortunately, I couldn't find my hat, and so I want to keep my head warm with my Santa hat. Next up, as you know, is your coffee percolator. These are only used as an emergency if you don't have power and you have a camp stove. Otherwise, you don't want to use it on a stove because, unless you're cheap, you want to use your current coffee pot like Mama Fanny gave me as a gift. So, now some of you out there has the money. You can go and buy the Coleman one right here. It's down in price by $50 basically. It's 101. Basically, it takes propane canisters, basically the 16.9 propane canisters. Use caution because they're like $15 a can right now. Now, a lot of you sit there and say, well, what's with the rabbit food? And I say, what is it with the rabbit food? Why I keep telling you to keep prepping food? Well, think about it. What's that? That's a rabbit. He's laying down. So I have a rabbit. Why do I have a rabbit? Because I love my rabbit. And my rabbit is everything. Or as Higgins would call him, Hopper. So, anyways, shall we continue? Let me see if we can move this just a bit. There we go. That works. All right. So, the next up, I've been meaning to move the screen. The next up is rabbit food. As you can see, $21 for 10 pounds. We're paying $15 for 5 pounds. This bag's almost empty. The next up is dog food. Pedigree is sold out. You get a smaller bag, $19. As you can see, the rest of it, the bottom one sold out. So dog food's a must. I have a service dog, so he's got to eat. Next up is your jerky. Again, a good thing that Higgins should look into. Again, I'll make jokes, is how many jerkies it takes to get your daily proteins. You know, you got pepper jerky, you got smoked jerky, smoked sausage sticks. Those are highly recommended for emergency situations. You know, again, more um, beef sticks, more jerky. These are all good pricing. You know, I've chosen it based on what's available for foods. This is now in stock again. Your Catch More Fish kits. You get everything you need plus some lures. I highly recommend those if you want to catch fish. Pistachio nuts. Again, your nuts are very tasty. You know, I'm only pistachio fan, so I put those in there. But those are a must if you want pistachios. Makes good stocking stuffer too. If you buy a bag, wrap it up, throw it in there if you got a jumbo stocking. Next one is your cashews. I'm a big cashew fan. You know, again, more cashews, more cashews. Those are forms of protein. More cashews. Peanuts. I'm not a big fan of peanuts, but they're sold out, so thank God for me. I don't like peanuts. I finished up some peanuts recently. They don't taste right. They used to taste great, but when I started with sea salt, it started to taste weird. Now, the cashews always taste good, even with sea salt. So I don't know. It's got to be the peanuts. Maybe I'm not a fan of peanuts. But then again, I will tell you something. Next up are these. Now, if you have a camp stove, they do sell the ovens, the propane ovens. Again, remember, you got to have 5-gallon propane tank. Make sure you keep your windows vented because of propane gas. Otherwise, you can, if you have no power outages, you don't want to buy these, but these are a form of protein too. Next up is your corned beef. A lot of people like corned beef, sausage hash, corned beef hash. Those are pretty expensive, $76 for a can of 12 corned beefs. The next up is your 15-ounce pack of 12 of corned beef hash. Remember, you guys got to prep. Me and Mother Fanny were talking about that corned beef 12-ounce can right there. One can, $35. Don't do that. 12 cans, $60. Remember, the $36 jobby is a third-party seller. You don't want to go through it. The next one is your Libby's again. $26 for 3 cans. You got to ask yourself, how much corned beef do you want? Me, corned beef is a option as a form of protein if you run out of other options. $7.26 for 1 can. I know Mama Fanny the other day did a video haul. You can find her videos on my featured page on my About Me. It's Mama Fanny's is a Fanny Home Urban Homesteader. You can check her channel out. I highly recommend that. She needs all the votes she can get. Maybe she can get monetized. I support her getting monetization. Next up is your corned beef and natural juices. Again, $5 a can. The Goya lunch meat's never gone down in price. It's always $97.50 for 12 cans. Apparently, it's imported, and a lot of people like Goya. The next up is 12 cans of the little hams. Again, the hams can be a form of protein. Highly recommend it. Your Danish hams there, 6-pack, $59. Again, your smoked spam is approximately $3.23. Now your right here it says $42. I like bacon spam. That's what I buy. I always keep bacon spam on hand. I buy 2 cases a month. I won't go without my spam. That goes good with mac and cheese. Another thing you need to do with your prepping is if you're going to basically live on mac and cheese for a year, 1 day a week, you need 52 boxes. So if you want mac and cheese twice a week, you need 104 boxes. You'll do the math. So that's your Kraft mac and cheese. This is $5.99. Highly don't recommend 4-pack because 4-pack is not good. Your Annie's mac and cheese there, sold out. Annie's is popular. This here went down $2, but basically I use Mariucci and Picante. Picante is what I buy. I buy them in a case of 3 cases at a time, 3 to 4 cases, usually 4. Amazon only limits 4. And it's $16.73. This one here is in stock right now, but it's $34 a case. It used to be $18 a case, so it doubled in price. So if you want Nongshim, they've decided to raise the price because everyone loves Nongshim. I have about 24 cases right now, so I'm good. But I like ramen to be simple and easy. The next is your Betty Crocker pasta, suddenly pasta salad. Again, highly recommended. That one up 40 cents. Highly recommended. Get a Tupperware containers, make up batches of that. You can live on that. That coffee sold out. Next, again, is powdered milk, $22 or $15, depending on if you want 1 pound or 2 pounds. I do whole milk, but then again, there's got to be a special thing. Food in a bucket, 1 week, one person. Use it only as buyer discretion. Doesn't taste good, doesn't give you many calories, but highly recommended if that's all you can find at the time that the SHTF situation. Hopefully, potato slices and shreds. You can get those. Unfortunately, it's $47 per bucket. I don't recommend it. The next down is your buttermilk biscuits. Highly recommend it. Now you can make baking powder biscuits too if you know what you're doing. Just get some recipes online. I highly recommend it. Get some baking powder. I haven't thought about adding baking powder, but that's pretty good too. So next on the list is your eggs. Your eggs are $93. You can buy. You can boil eggs. You can make hard-boiled eggs, and then boil them all up. Break the eggs and then freeze them as is, and then use the eggs as you need. Or you can scramble your eggs, freeze them, double freeze it, bag them in Ziploc bags. Make it that way. Next up is your freeze-dried mangoes. Highly don't recommend 10-ounce can. Your Southwest chili mix is $25. Highly recommend those. Again, if you want 3-pound cans, you can make chili. You can make chili easier if you have a chub of hamburger or burger meat, whatever meat it is, turkey, lamb, beef, pork, chicken, whatever. You can make that with chili too. Just throw it in there. Next is your food pouch right there. This dropped 12%. That's flour. Again, we're in a grain shortage, so think of your flour. Teriyaki rice and vegetables with freeze-dried beef. That's 38 ounces, $38. Think of that. Your 2-week bucket, again, buyer. Yeah, I don't need to explain that one. Your lentils. Lentils are expensive. That's $77 pretty much for a 4-gallon pail. The next one is a 5-gallon pail of black beans. That's $57 on the bottom. Highly recommend beans. Dry beans are good. You can use your crock pot and make beans up and live on beans 3 days a week if you have to. I highly don't recommend it. And if you do, I'll keep a bottle of bourbon. So you throw it in, burn it off. So you get bourbon flavored beans. That's a thing I always do is bourbon flavored beans. The next is your vegetable stew blend. Well, 2-pound can, $16. Highly recommend if you want vegetable stew. The next is your freeze-dried cheese. A lot of people say, well, what's the difference? Just buy a regular box of cheese on sale, freeze it, and you can freeze it and freeze your 2-pound blocks, 5-pound blocks, 10-pound blocks. Hell, you can even take 10-pound cheese wheels, freeze them. If you get 50-pound cheese wheels, you can freeze them. Cheese doesn't have any problem. As long as the wax is on it, you can basically just keep it sealed. But it doesn't go bad. You can freeze cheese. The next up, again, is your food pail. Buyer discretion. The next is your fettuccine Alfredo. Don't recommend it. You only get 4 packs. But, again, buyer food drive. Your freeze-dried fruits, $120. If you want 25-year shelf life, that's good. That would go good with putting in your oatmeal in the morning. Like I said, I was talking about that. This one's $102 if you want a 5-gallon bucket of vegetable stew blend. I highly recommend it. That's what you like. Your freeze-dried chicken right there, 1-pound can freeze-dried chicken is $64. Your freeze-dried potato shreds or your hash browns, $44 for a bucket. Buyer discretion if you like hash browns. Your chicken rice chicken flavored thing, a 2-pound can is $15. You can do better if you buy basic rice and roni if you can find it. This is an alternative. Your lasagna in a can. Again, it's almost 2 pounds, $26. Buyer discretion again. Freeze-dried beef trunks. Remember, this 1-pound can, $90 right there on the top there. Your freeze-dried chicken fettuccine. Again, kits, a little over 2.5 pounds, $36. Just use discretion again. Your chopped onions, $20. You can buy a bag of onions cheaper than that. You can buy 3 or 4 bags of onions for the price of that. So think of it. Just use the thing. Your freeze-dried pineapple, 12-ounce things. You can buy an entire whole pineapple. You can buy probably 6 pineapples for the price of $38. So use mathematics there. Your real butter powder, that's again 1 pound. Your best bet if you're going to buy butter is to buy it on sale, freeze it. Butter doesn't go bad, just freeze it in your freezer and use as needed. I always keep butter on hand, anyways, in the refrigerator. So your butter, your milk again. Your scone mix is right there. Scones are good. You can make it cheaper if you know what you're doing. You get your yeast, your baking powder, your baking soda. You can make scones, biscuits, whatever that way too. Your sleeping bags, a lot of people have asked what's the double. Now, power's out. Double sleeping bag will work if you live with someone who's got, and you're married, you can share a bed. Well, you share a bed anyways, but you can use a double sleeping bag. It's highly recommended. And I'd recommend also getting the pillows as well. That's something that's highly recommended. So, you don't need to keep going and seeing all the sleeping bags. Swiss Army knives. A lot of people say Leatherman, Swiss Army knives, etc. I highly recommend the Swiss Army knives. They have everything you need in it. You can get the Fisherman. You can get the Angler. You can get the big jumbo right there, the $68 job. They have them all. Highly recommend them. I use Swiss Army knives a lot. Next is your backpacks are sold out. Next is this, where you're bugging out and you need a car. Canvas tents is good if you're needing a four-season area. A lot of people said, well, what if you're not in a four-season area and you're in a three-season area where you live, like down southern area, and it doesn't snow or you got heat, Texas, down south. 3 seasons good as long as you can replace your tent when you need to. Otherwise, canvas is the way to go. Some of you should look into the outfitter tents that has the wood stove jacks. Those will keep you nice and warm. You can use it year-round. These ones here is for bugging out only. These canvas one-person tents. If it's just one person bugging out in your car like Higgins, that's perfect for you. Now, you can get a canvas tent right there. 4-season, the only difference is again, you don't have a wood stove jack. The 2-person right there, the 2-person canvas tent's really cute, but they're sold out. Some of these canvas tents are sold out. Just use things. Another one, that one there just sold out recently. People bought it because it was on sale. Now the scalpers are now going $600. Your other tent sold out. This one here is $156. Highly recommended. 3-season, 8-person right there. We're almost done, by the way, people. A lot of tents sold out. This one here again is $170. Again, available. This one here is $105. They've been sold out for 3 months. They keep saying buy it now. They'll charge your card. It's been sold out since August. So do your math there. Your lanterns, your one mantle kerosene lantern is $122. One mantle. 2-person. You want the powerhouse? It's $100. It burns a Coleman fuel or unleaded gas. That one there's a dual fuel with a lantern, but it's not a powerhouse. It's just a basic dual mantle. It uses gasoline and or unleaded gas or Coleman fuel. Coleman fuel is almost $20 a can, so use caution. If you know what you're doing, you have faith, you can change the generators out there like $5 or $6. You can use one for Coleman fuel, one for unleaded gas. I always keep extra generators just in case. Next up is your Coleman stove. Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. The next one up is $95. They had a special on that. It was $50 on Black Friday. So just think about it. Again, you can hook up an attachment for a 5-gallon can. If you're in an apartment, make sure the manager allows you to have your 5-gallon can or your 16.9 little Coleman things. The next one down below is $86. They raised the price again. That was $47. Now it's $86, so it's doubled. The next one is your other one sold out. Your warm blankets was $39.99. It actually went down to $29.99. Now it's $36. So use caution. I have several of those. Those keep me warm. EMS couldn't believe I could just use one wool blanket, stay warm all winter. Unless it gets cold. Matches, those are used for certain things. Cooking for your camp stoves, lighting your camp ovens, smoking. If you're a pipe smoker, I smoke pipe from time to time. Matches come in handy as long as there's no wind. Your next is your buttermilk pancake mix. You can do a better job if you buy it at the store. You get 3 boxes, probably for the price of 1, but that's pretty good too if you want 3 pounds right there. And finally, again, in your emergency food buckets, by your discretion, you don't get enough protein and you don't get enough flavors and they're not tasty and you don't get enough calories. And that is what's left on the bottom of the list. See? Right there. So, now, I'm going to use the restroom real quick and then I want to talk to you about a couple things, which is very important to me. So hopefully you guys stay with me. I got to use the restroom real quick. This is important. We're going to talk about Amazon. Okay, I recommend Amazon, but there's a problem with Amazon yet again. All right, peeps, I'm back. Let's get down to brass tacks about talking about the last part of the prepping video today, okay? You see, as you know, prepping list is made on Amazon. It's the best thing for me. Ooh. Chloe got me my candy I asked about. Chocolate? I think I'll eat it now while talking to you guys. Yeah, I asked Chloe for some Hershey's chocolate. So, shall we get to it? So basically what's happened is Amazon, when you order, like we order a lot of stuff, right? Amazon cut down like 100 to 250,000 employees worldwide, mostly in the U.S., to save on money because they're not doing too well, because people like our beloved Zoe is buying things through Best Buy, and Amazon can't compete with Best Buy in their deals. So what happened? Well, crap hits the fan, right? So crap hits the fan. I like cookies and cream, by the way. That's why I asked for it. So what happens? Got a large bar. King size. Love these king size ones. My favorite chocolate's white chocolate, if you guys didn't know. So what happened? Well, the American people turn around, right? And they're getting shafted by Amazon. You see what the train delays and FedEx and UPS and love white chocolate. So what happens? Well, the American people get change. You can sit there and say, what type of change? Well, let me put it this way. American people are getting a date change. So, for example, Higgins bought this radio, right? Tired of talking about radios. And didn't work, so we sent it back, right? 5 to 7 days by truck. And $5 to 10 days to get his refund on his gift card again. Yeah. Meanwhile, Higgins got screwed. Yeah. Higgins got screwed. Because of it. Right? Meanwhile, Amazon, right, is now taking the course first come, first serve, right? So yesterday, I'll show you what I bought, right? Yesterday, I placed an order for $88 for my father-in-law. Couldn't get away with anything less, apparently. Give them streaming services, look what happens. So, I'm going to tell you a story. His order was changed. Yeah. I'll show you. Right? So I looked at this. Hold on. Let me just show you. First one, right? I'll zoom in so you can see it too, because, oh. All right, so I bought this, right? They changed the date, saying it's going to be 15 days to deliver, right? 40 count, $23. Current delivery date, December 12th. December 12th. You see that? December 12th. So they just changed the dates within 24 hours. Ah. 9-day delivery. Yeah. And so, I emailed them and they said, even if it's in different zip codes, it's still 9 days because they're behind on schedule. Now, I'm going to show you the next one. Strawberries and 24 count, right? 14 left. Fast delivery if I want express shipping and pay for it. December 6th, 7th. Otherwise, December 7th to 9th, if they can get in. For us, they said, oh, going to my dad, 15 days. Yeah. So, you can't trust. Hold on. You can't trust Amazon and their shipping things. Now, the last one, again, $45, even delivered to me December 13th. But they're saying it'll be a lot longer than December 13th. So think of the shipping thing with Amazon. You see, right there. See, $45, chocolate, Death by Chocolate coffee, K-Cups. That's what Dad wanted. $45. December 13th, minimum. Yeah. And when I asked about delivering it to my dad faster, I'd have to pay extra shipping. So, the question is, what do I do? Because as soon as it gets to the point where they're getting ready to ship, they'll delay it again. They always do this to me. I mean, literally, I still got to send out order for crayons tonight for Zoe. She wants crayons for Christmas. So think about it. I mean, everything I want is delayed because there's a delay in shipping. So think about it. So, anywho, my point is, what do we do? Yeah. What do we do? Think about it. What do we do? We literally, we don't do nothing. We wait or we cancel order. Chloe had the problem with the name on her card. That's why she didn't send me the 15X scanner. But thing is, think about it. So, anyways, that little candy thing tasted really good. I was craving chocolate anyways for the last like 3 or 4 days. I've also been craving potato chips. But you know what? That tied me over, you know. So, now, you guys were wondering about a few other things, prepping tools, which I told you I would do. So, we're going to do it now. So, I want to share with you something here. Okay. So, basically, I'm on a website, right? My grocery store weekly ad. That's what I keep talking about. It says here, Aquafina purified water, 24-pack, $6.99. Get it at your local grocery store. Do not buy your water on Amazon unless you have to. Yeah. I mean, literally, think about it that way. You need to buy your water. You buy a couple cases at a time for $7 a case. Out the door. You go home. You have your emergency water just in case. You can also use it for baking, cooking, etc. Works just fine. Which reminds me. Uh-oh. You guys are wondering, so now I gotta look carefully. I just realized I screwed up yet again. So apparently so apparently my candy, sorry, you guys are still seeing, oh yeah, you're seeing that. So yeah, $6.99 at the grocery store. You want to look at it from that point of view. So you want to get your waters from Walmart, etc., etc., etc. You don't want to, you know. And yes, I'm, you know. So Anyways, I want to check my phone real quick on battery life. I need to use it temporarily, I think. Hold on a sec. So, anywho, that's 71%. So, okay. So, for all of you out there, I got to get ready for dinner and I got to prepare to make the bed later and then I got to relax. So, tomorrow, as you know, no video. Tomorrow's a video watching day on YouTube. So, for all of you out there, I thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope that we all can get along and see how the future plays out in December. Will we have any problems? A lot of people emailed me saying that us preppers are stupid. Yeah. Why? Well, they don't see anything coming down. Literally, they don't see anything coming down. Now I saw what Mama Fanny was talking about. Mother Pee Wee's probably still engulfed with that too, but thing is, we'll wait and see what happens. More likely, nothing's going to happen. So, to me, I'm just going to basically play it by ear and say, okay. Otherwise, Carlo Rossi, Paisano wine. So, mom was watching that from, Long Island. Oh, no, Long Island. Rossi, Posse, great wine, love Merlot, Cabernet as well. Well, thank you, Long Island serial killer. Yeah, thank you for the comment. So basically, for some of you out there, like I said, you guys might want to keep prepping and stuff. Don't listen to people because if we don't have a banking collapse and we don't have nuclear civil war, then what? I mean, literally, I'm keeping an eye on banking collapse, civil war, nuclear war. The train thing is dead. Apparently, too many people are complaining about that, saying that, we have to work sick. So, they say it's unfair. Sick days should be given, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, corporate America won again, yada, yada, yada. National security. I say they just quit. Just all quit. Let them fucking deal with it. Then you get what you want. And you can say, oh, we prepped for this. I mean, otherwise, a lot of people are saying, oh, what's the point of prepping? And on top of that, the economy is doing so good, people aren't even freaking worrying about it. I mean, literally, people are spending like crazy. I don't know if it's credit cards or not, but Christmas sales are doing good. Apparently, Sunday's the last day, apparently, for Cyber Monday week. We'll see then if anything drops in Cyber Monday week. More likely not. Cyber Monday is trying to sell you things. I get emails. I had in the last week probably close to 10,000 emails. I had to literally manually delete, basically like sales. Thing is everything they're trying to peddle doesn't appeal to me. Don't need a computer. The SSD was a good purchase, but the point is for Christmas presents, everything that you look at isn't really on sale. I mean, think about it. How many people out there, which reminds me, I want to check another Preppers tool real quick. Right? How many people out there, my friends, buy, mind you, son of a bitch. I clicked on it wrong. I don't want freaking pickup. I want delivery. There we go. Delivery. There we go. Okay. So I'm just checking to see what's available in ramen because I usually buy my ramen. Apparently the ramen I buy is sold out still. So there you go. Anywho, basically what I'm trying to say is sales are good. I mean, people aren't really worried about grocery prices. It's like the new norm. I know Higgins is like, my grocery. Really? The way you live on better cheddars and tuna sandwiches and maybe the occasional ham sandwich and ham on crackers with cheese, that's not really dinners, man. I mean, either you're loading up in salt, loading up in salt, loading up in salt. And he's moved again. Hello, Boon. Hi, baby. So, there you have it, everyone. I got to get going before it gets too late due to the fact I got a phone call to make, and then afterwards I need to get into my game again. Tonight's dinner, Chloe literally said afterwards, right? she would go and get me something. The question is, what do I want? She's like, oh, I can get you something at takeout. What do I want? I don't want the bacon burgers. They don't cook them right. I don't want any burgers from, well, that one place is closed. They close at 7. Yeah, I can't believe that. A restaurant on the island that hands out the tourists on the weekends closes at 7. So, you got the brewery, which closes at 8, apparently. You got the other place that closes at 9. And then you got the other place that closes at 10. Well, we could always look at the menus real quick just to see. We got the Blue Water. That's one of them. Asking Schooner's out of business. No one's buying it apparently, so I wouldn't do it anyway. So you got the Blue Water lunch and dinner special. Let's see. Green beans, steamers, crab cakes, ahi tuna, calamari, crunchy California rolls, chicken wings. I don't want to pay that price. House steak salad, blackened. See, thing is I just can't see myself. Yeah, see, Mama Fanny's always saying, and Mama Pee Wee, don't buy out. The reason I don't buy out is because nothing appeals to me. It's always like, picky. Really, let's see. Bison burger, not interested. Hawaiian sandwich, not interested. Thing is, I don't want to pay $50 either for dinner. So, I don't like soups and salads for dinners, entrees, etc. Then there's the brewery. They close at 8, so they close at 8. It says closes at 8, so the menu, right? You go to food, right? They have a good bacon burger when they cook it properly. Otherwise, what is there? The other day I was talking about French dips. I didn't get my French dips either. Okay, food menu. So there's the thing. You got French dips, and Chloe's always like, "Oh, I can get you a French dip," but prime rib dip. Yeah, I've always wanted prime rib dip, but the thing is, I basically buy it cheaper at home. Fortunately, the thing is prime rib dips probably give me trouble with my stomach due to the fact that it is gluten. Then you have the other food, which is pizza. We got the China Pearl, and they're only good with their chicken sandwich. Their China Pearl chicken sandwich, they close at 9, and they have a chicken sandwich that's really good. They have their Chinese food's not that good. And then you go down to the Kung Fu Pizza thing, and you click on it. It says, it goes appetizers, and then you scroll down hot sandwiches. I mean, their buffalo chicken, $17 a sandwich. I usually buy 4 at a time, but thing is it's not spicy. It's got a little kick to it, and you put ranch dressing on it. It's really good, but thing is, I don't trust their fish. So, and then the only other thing you have left is the Haley's. Unless I want Italian. Frankly, I can have Italian anytime I want. Just tell Chloe to make something, So, Haley's has, again, French dip, not bad. So you got 2 French dips, and then the buffalo chicken sandwich, and I've always liked the buffalo chicken sandwiches, so, that's about it. I don't think paying market price for steaks any better anyways, and then they have, the only place you can get fish and chips, which their fish and chips suck, is the bait shop cuts their portions down. Crab Shack's not good, so you're limited to, but not limited, but to, so people say, oh, well, you should get the fish and chips. Nope. You see, if I want a meal, I want something that tastes good, because everything I tried eating doesn't taste good. You got the chicken tenders, the clam strips. The other day I was craving clam strips, but we found it in a box. Fortunately, it wasn't that good. So I'm not going to get boxed clam strips again, but I don't like boxed fish chips either because the fish doesn't taste right. So you got two choices. You can literally get pizza, or you can get chicken sandwiches, And to me, all I have at home is these cheddar sausages, But the problem is I had those last night, so and I just finished up everything I needed for soup. So, the point is, what do I make? I mean, usually payday, or between payday and the 8th, I always get a steak, but I'm not even in the mood for a steak, So, my stomach's been basically acting so wonky lately. It's not even funny anymore. So, So, anywho, like I said, I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll look into it and find out what Dad suggests. I don't like spending money if I don't have to anyways, but still it's just, really sad that, I can live on mac and cheese. We got milk, so I can have mac and cheese and Spam if I wanted. I'd be happy as hell. But the thing is it's 35 degrees out, and I don't want to send Chloe down because by the time she gets back, my damn sandwich is cold. I mean, spicy, burning hot sandwich when you get home a mile away, it's basically cold. And if it stays warm, well, anyways, I got to get going. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff to do. So, gaming, video watching. I got some video game reviews to watch. And I'm glad we got the radio thing taken care of earlier, due to the fact, I wanted to knock that out first. You go to Scanner Masters, you check out the zones. I showed you Higgins area. Zoe's, of course, is Cook County, which is encrypted. So, Zoe's a scanner for Zoe wouldn't do that good. But for Higgins, hey Higgs, you caught me at the end of my video today. Sorry, man. You snooze, you lose. Anyways, I gotta call Dad about the Amazon thing real quick for his order, and then afterwards go from there. So, with that said, everyone, please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button, so some fun for the family, including your dogs, cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you have any ideas for suggestions for videos, then find me in my About Me page. You can always do that. If you like my content, you can always send me a gift card from Amazon. My email content's there in my About Me page on YouTube. Otherwise, no pressure. Thanks for watching, and God bless you in everything you do.